details are coming. New details are coming in the Andrew Yang race. Andrew Yang is one of the most popular people in the New York City mayoral candidate race, or mayoral race. One of the most popular candidates. Candidates. I can't speak. My T's sometimes don't come out. But recently, as I went over, was it a week ago or two? Yeah, it was a week ago. I'm pretty sure. Reminded me of a song about a week ago, whatever. High school days. Not too long ago. But so Andrew Yang came out and said what he said about Israel, and it was bull crap. It's terrible shit, really. And a new poll has him down at third place. So there's a person who was someone who is very big in New York City politics. In New York City, really. The New York Times has endorsed her. Her name is Catherine Garcia. I don't remember seeing her name in the race, but then again, it was probably because she just never gained traction. And now she's up at 21%. Then you have Eric Adams at like 20 or 18, and he actually had like a bump and momentum. But then Andrew Yang is now at third place. At holy shit, at 16%. Now you have Scott Adams or Stringer, whatever his name. No, Scott Stringer. No, Scott Adams. They're brothers. Is he brothers with Eric Adams? But Scott Stringer is down at 10th place, according to some assault scandals or sexual assault scandals or whatever came up. Some allegations that I probably wouldn't buy. They've come up, and so he's down. So this kind of brings a couple things up, right? The first thing is, wow. Now look, the first thing I'll say is New York Times. I've always said on the show, look, and I said it a couple weeks ago, or I think it was a week ago. A lot of times endorsements don't really do anything because the people don't really like a lot of institutions like the New York Times, the Washington Post, all of that. I'm tired. But in New York City, the New York Times is like the it factor. They are the thing, right? And so that, the chop, right? So they're very influential in New York City politics. So I think that definitely gave her a boost, and that's where I think they do help out, is sometimes, when they endorse a candidate, the editorial board did. But there's a couple of reasons why I think this is going down. Now, look, this is just one poll. We don't know if this is true. But look, there's been polls signifying that Andrew Yang is slipping. And if more than one poll is saying that, I'm kind of gearing towards believing this poll. Because, you got Andrew Yang, who, one of the reasons people like him is because he seems real. He seems authentic, cool, whatever. I know authentic sounds like a cult word, right? But he seems that way, right? And that's his superpower, where all these other jackasses don't actually seem real. Andrew Yang does. But then, and look, he's got UBI, which is he's got a regressive way to pay for it, not a progressive way to pay for it, which is why I criticize it, and others do too. And I think Michael Tubbs has a better way to pay for it. A little bit. He's got a good housing policy, I think. Needs a little bit of work, but I like what he says about taking the buildings. But anyway, he's doing a lot of things that are really bad. So, like the thing he does with the whole Israel thing, it's just pandering. It's pandering. And you may ask, well, why is he doing it? Well, because he said, "Oh, I don't support circumcision," and the Jewish population is 70% of the Democratic voting bloc. So now he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Let me say something that'll get them back." And so now he's pandering towards them and going against Palestine and the Palestinians and being okay with Israel murdering Palestinians, and he's completely uninformed. And that's the problem, right? And he's also he's doing that, and I think that has a massive effect on him. Is that what's bringing him down? I don't know. I really don't. I'm not in New York City. I haven't really talked to people who do vote in New York City. So, I don't really know the answer to that. But what I do know, what I can absolutely tell you, is that this is not good for him. And another thing he did, Catherine Garcia, has a good resume. She was a city sanitation manager, whatever, sanitizer, cleaner, whatever. So she has that. Look, I can take out the trash and I can clean up the cities and this and that. And, make the subways run on time. And that's very attractive to people. Like, oh, cool, you can clean up our cities. Awesome. And subways, baby, they're struggling. Help us, right? That's very attractive. Eric Adams, what's he doing to get a number 2? He's talking about crime, the number 2 issue in New York City. Wow, that's the number 2 issue. Okay. But Andrew Yang and him are vying for that number 1 and 2 spot. They really are. So, look, the fact that Andrew Yang is at the bottom for the very first time ever is to show you something, that this is a massive shakeup. Massive shakeup. And I don't know what to think, man. I'm very curious to see. The only reason why I'm making a big deal about it is it's coming out today on Wednesday. But also, primary's coming up in June, baby. June is the primary. We need to get this done, boy. That's why I'm kind of concerned. But look, in all honesty, there could be a way for Andrew Yang to come up from the bottom, really, from third place and have his way at the top. I said that Bill de Blasio taking Christine Quinn, I think was her name, taking Christine Quinn's spot. I probably have her name wrong. I have to go back to my other video, but look, and that was a fluke, but this could happen again, where Andrew Yang was at the top, he goes to the bottom, and now he can come back up. That is still possible in New York. It's possible for Eric Adams to go up. It's possible for him to go down. And you got ranked choice voting. Not every poll is showing the same thing, but almost every poll now, a lot of polls are showing him down. So, now there's what other news on the Diana Morales case, who's more lefty and who I would support. She apparently, her campaign staff or manager have resigned. And it's very vague, not very detailed, not many details on that, apparently because of bad staff behavior or bad candidate behavior and a lack of pay or something of that sort. So I'm not sure, but on that, I'm not sure. But on Andrew Yang, this is a massive shakeup, and I just love it. I get to sit here and commentate on it, and I just want to see how it all goes down for him and for the rest of New York City.